All right, let's go. So, this is the runner side here. We are, again, this is the Big Boy Runner Cube. We are playing four people out of the 6 that we could for this cube. And this draft for the runner, I was a lot more undecisive here for the runner side of the house. I didn't really know what I was getting into versus the corp. I kind of planned more towards building up those agendas and money at first. I just kind of, I think, went for money a good bit starting out, and maybe some specialty cards. Oh, I definitely took that keyhole. Right off the rip, I got that keyhole. I said, man, that is the card, especially with the chance that we could have, decks that aren't as good for the corp side. So I got on that keyhole right away. It's worked out quite well for me so far. I haven't put that much time into keyhole. I have put it's probably 7-8 games with it, but I've played more Stargate, which I find Stargate to be the much more reasonable option, just from a standpoint of power level. But keyhole is really, really good, though. It's so good, and everybody knows it. I mean, I don't have to say that, but I'm telling you, running a keyhole deck and pulling that off is just a blast. So yep, I think I go for probably some ice destruction here. Do I wouldn't doubt it. I know parasites are, do I? What do I do here? I'm all over the place. Yep, parasite. I went for keyhole and ice destruction right off the rip. I think that is a reasonable approach there. Starting to get some money, because like they said, one of the biggest things you can do in this draft is draft a whole bunch of good stuff and have no money to pull it off. Went with that was a quick snag there. I'm kind of working towards a particular strategy already. Once I got that keyhole, it kind of locked me in on my path of where I really wanted to go with this. So as much as I saw some emergency shutdown up there that would have been really nice, I kind of went towards getting what I could here. I think I probably go out of these. Some of these, like Hyperdriver, I don't really know how to use that very well. I haven't done much with it, and so I'm pretty sure I go with the legwork. Yep, just do a common multi-access card to help me out depending on what direction I go with my icebreakers. Definitely go inside job right here. Here I decided to go with the corporate grant, just because inject, I didn't want to lose cards. The mem chip is Oh wait, I went with the Daredevil, didn't I? Yeah, I did. That makes sense. I'm working on getting my consoles. That's one thing I really like about this draft. One of the things is I have 3 different consoles in my deck, and they're 3 different ones, right? So I got the 3 consoles, so I'll make sure I draw a console at some point. But I've got 3 different ones that I like all their abilities. Daredevil gives me +2 memory, even though I can't even remember what its ability is to know how to use that one. But the other 2 give me 1 memory, but they are way, they've got abilities that I'm all in on using. So far we've got some money, we've got a little bit of everything so far. I like what's going on already. I like all these cards. The only one I've never played with so far out of these is the Daredevil, and I've got very limited understanding of how corporate grant works. But it's pretty cut and dry. It just taxes the corp whenever they, I think, deploy a new server or something like that. Install a card, I can't remember. Hippo. Once again, I'm pretty sure I went straight for this hippo here, working on some ice destruction. Oh, did I? Nope. Oh, wow. I can't believe that hippo made it another round, and maybe it didn't. Maybe I got it later, but I did get a hippo. So we're already on the second pack here for the runner, right? Again, we do 5 packs of 10. We're already off to the races. It's oh, there it is right there, that eater. Definitely snagged that eater. I decided to go keyhole eater. It's a beautiful combo. I've seen it in action before, and I was excited to be able to pull that one off. So you get 3 sure gambles. I'm trying to remember what else you get. My mind's slipping of what else you get on the runner side. So I'm just not even going to say anything. So what do I end up going with? I think I actually go with, and this would be somebody will be like, what the heck? But I actually go with that cyber feeder because that's just money. That's just more money I can play around with. If I'm going to be eater keyhole in a bunch, then, that pays off. That'll pay off. Y'all let me know what I should have picked instead of that cyber feeder there. I think that's a place where I probably could have picked something better, but I went with my tried and true cyber feeder. I don't think I went medium because I was already rolling with keyhole, so I went with Katie Jones just to have some money just in case. There's some people out there that have kind of, you know, Simon Moon says that Katie Jones sucks, and as much as I used to be a huge Katie Jones fan, I just don't know. He might be right, and so I've just kind of like let him sway my opinion on it. I hadn't even gone back and tried it out, but it's one of those that I'm gonna just take Simon Moon's opinion on. That I'm gonna try and go with other money sources if at all possible. But I definitely ain't afraid to play a Katie Jones because busting one of those out early and getting $21 on it, about mid game, and you're ready to fire off and go do something after you've kind of worked up your rig. I don't think it's. I think it's still decent. I think it's still decent. The problem is there is a little bit of slowness to that because you're banking on the you don't necessarily always want to run until you get your rig up because you don't want to get tags or get something that's going to make you lose your Katie Jones after you've been working on her. So it kind of slows down your game a little bit, and I can understand that. So here I went with the Deja Vu. I'm thinking let me be able to recurse some of those cards that I've got going on out here that are pretty solid. Some of the cards don't produce. So I think I actually run over there and ask somebody. I asked somebody what does a pad tap do, even though I'm pretty sure I remember it charges them one, and then they have to purge virus counters. I think to get rid of it. I forget the exacts, but I basically know what it does. It was a big card in the meta prior to Worlds when I think they canked it for to kind of shift up the meta a little bit, or it might have been a tournament after Worlds 2020. I can't remember. So here, I don't know if I take this rumor mill right off very first, but I know rumor mill is one of those cards that I believe got banned, and it's ridiculously good. And so I don't know how to play it. I don't know what it does really, but I might have actually took yeah. I think I take the rumor mill just because I'm scared of somebody else getting it who knows what they're doing. Nope, it's looking like I'm taking the Atman. I might have should have took that Amakua. Amakua would have been me relying on them virus counters a little bit more than what I want to. So Atman I think's a decent choice. I'm interested in seeing what I go with here. Do I go with the diesel for card draw? Because I definitely want some card draw. I can go ahead and tell you I end up getting the diesel, the Baggett, the Begot. I don't know how to say that. The Daily Cast. I don't know if I get them all from this data pack, but I definitely end up scooping them. So, yep, Daily Cast. Got to get that money for sure. Here I'm pretty sure I'm about to go with that. Definitely not that. Yep, I'm getting money now. I'm at the point where I'm like, I got to get some money. Bank jobs looking nice, even though I probably should have went with that parasite. But that bank job's already saved me, so I can't complain too hard. I got this I got the speed going a little bit faster, so this is like I don't know what it is, 1.5 speed or something like that. So we sat around a little bit waiting, but it wasn't too much. A couple of times people, but like I said, an hour and a half for a draft is pretty good. I didn't have any problems with the delay time. This right here, really, I like this. I almost like this better than having the cards in hand because it splits out the resources and it splits out the different kind of cards and you just hover over it and you're able to see them. It's not too bad at all. I haven't ever done one with cards. I'm sure I'd probably do just as good with that, but this definitely gives me a certain level of organization that I appreciate here for my mind, and just the interface is nice, being able to look at what you already got, seeing kind of where you're at with these different cards. I think it's almost makes it easier than in person. So Meteor is the site that we're at here, that you pretty much throw a cube into and set up a couple of settings and you can run your drafts online here. So it's another option for us players. Even an option, y'all could do that even when we get back to in-person play, even though the experience of just being there in person is just it's something that's very valuable. But outside of that, the other benefits of doing it online a lot of times with deck building and any other number of things is just absolutely amazing with what we have based upon our technology. Here goes that Paragon. I'm pretty sure I'm about to scoop that Paragon right here, but actually I do end up getting an MK Ultra, so I don't know if I scoop Paragon first. What? You ain't taking that garbage. I don't know if that's garbage or not. I can't even remember what the ability is, but I definitely should have got Paragon or MK Ultra at this point. Um, Give me a little bit more money. I don't know what that Kuiper or whatever that is that I took there. But we're definitely. What do I get into? Another one of those? It's called a Kyuban. Kyuban. I don't even know what that does. Luckily, that Paragon and that MK Ultra come back around again. I'm able to scoop, or either in this pack or another one, I'm able to get those. But there was something about that Kyuban that caught my eyes there. That's good money. Liberated account. Hot pursuit. What do I go with here? I can't remember. Oh, I went with the Astro Lab, didn't I? No, no, no. No, I didn't. Wow. Looking back on it now, I probably would have went with. I probably would have went with that multi-threader at this point over that Hot Pursuit. I do believe, but I think the reason why I took the Hot Pursuit, I remember now, is because I'm running the Eater, so I'm trying to look for run events that can kind of hook me up with stuff that I don't have to worry about accessing cars. That's why I was taking stuff like that. I was taking not Hot Pursuit, looking for stuff like a count siphon. I think I end up getting one actually. Little things like that. Because at this time I was thinking I would go all in on Eater, and I was hoping I'd get a second one, but that never happened. So what I ended up doing is I ended up go ahead and building out my program suite here, coming up here shortly. There it is. I went with that Ubax right there to get have my third console. Again, here's where I get my MK Ultra. Again, I didn't feel like I necessarily wanted to work on R&D multi-access when I had that keyhole. I kind of wanted to go all in, especially at this time, because I thought I was rolling Eater alone, and I was going to have a couple backup. But you're probably not going to get 3 Eaters to have consistent Eater action. So we ended up adjusting fire. All right, next pack. I think we're probably into our third one now, maybe fourth. How many cards I got so far? 15 plus, all right, 15 is 30, 40. Yep, this is the last pack right here, actually. We're already at 40 cards. Do I go with the Imp or do I go with that Sneak Door Beta? I'm pretty sure I rock that Sneak Door. Oh, no, I get that Black Orchestra at some point for sure. Oh, do I go with the Stem Hack? Yep. All right. Definitely grabbing me a corridor at some point, but I think I get that professional contra up. That I can't. Yep. I figure 2 corridors. One of them might be around by the time we get back around here. If things would have went bad in this draft, it would have went real bad for me, as you can see. But luckily, the rest of this pack ends up working out pretty well. So, but that I can't bank on that happening every time, right? I got to be smarter than this, because some of these moves I'm looking at now, like, man, I'm really lucky. I'm really lucky it all worked out. I went with that symmetrical visage, and now I kind of regret it because I realized symmetrical visage is basically a one-time professional contacts. Again, it does offer me the ability to have that if professional contacts doesn't show up. Oh, security testing, surprise. Oh, I know why I went security testing, because I think I got Eater, right? I can't remember. That doesn't make any sense in the grand scheme of things, honestly. Pretty sure I go with the Sneak Door Beta. Nope, Queen's Gambit, looking for money. Now I go with the Black Orchestra should be. Yep. Realizing I need to get that. Hopefully, I think the corridor come back around. I scoop that. So now I just need a barrier, and I've got a full suite with a couple of AIs. Like I said, surprisingly, I think everybody else went and got their breakers first, so they didn't want any of them, and I was able to scoop them at the end, which works out really well, right? See, bam, easy. I end up getting 2 Black Orchestras, so I get another Black Orchestra by the end too, which gives me everything I need to succeed. Like I said, this is a one-time professional context, and I didn't realize it at the end. But again, I only have one professional contact, so it's not the end of the world to be able to say, hey, if symmetrical visage comes out at the beginning, and I pop that off several times before professional contacts comes out, I'm in a great place. I was thinking about John Masanori again with the Eater combo, but I ended up deciding to play it a bit safer and go with... Oh man, I'm making tough choices here apparently. Oh, I went with John. I didn't realize that. That's very interesting. I didn't realize that. When did I get that symmetrical visage then? There it is. That's when I got it. Okay. So that actually wasn't a bad move. And last but not least, I think I get another black orchestra here, and we call it a day. Yep, boom, boom, all good. All right, here is my final deck here. Again, I added in the 3 Sure Gambles for sure, and I added in 2 Armitage Code Busting. I think you can add 3 of those in there, but I might be wrong. And then I went ahead and cleared out some other stuff to make this final deck, and it ends up being, I feel like, a pretty strong one. Again, if I really get a whole bunch of those programs out there, I do have the luxury of popping out a Daredevil, but for the most part I'm going to be stuck to 5MU, which isn't in the end of the world. My main deal is to get that keyhole out with a data sucker and some of this and get to firing. So it's happened a good bit so far, but y'all will see that coming soon. Let me know what I could have did better in the draft. Let me know what I could have did better in my deck building. Hit me up in the comments, and I will catch y'all next time.